Okay, welcome back to another chip theory video. Today we're going to be talking about the A-flat Dorian scale. Dorian is going to be our second mode of the major scale. It begins with the major scale, or the Ionian mode is the first one, and the Dorian comes next. So um, any Dorian mode is going to be relative to the Ionian mode by being the second degree of that scale. Okay, so here we have an A-flat. We're going to be looking at the key of A-flat Dorian. So we're going to be forming our Dorian scale starting with A-flat for our far left chip here through G on the far right. Now we should know our major scale formula by now as being a whole step, a whole step, a half step, a whole step, a whole step, a whole step, and a half step. When we take that formula and shift it to the second degree, if we begin that same formula starting on the second whole tone, we're going to shift the whole formula to the left one and move one whole tone to the end. So it's going to change our pattern of whole and half steps for the Dorian mode. And it's going to be a whole step, a half step, a whole step, a whole step, a whole step, a half step, and a whole step, if that makes sense. It just shifts the pattern one to the left. So we're going to use that Dorian formula of whole, half, whole, 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 half, whole, starting on A flat to achieve the notes of our A flat Dorian scale. So here we have the first tone is an A flat. We're going to have A flat here. We're looking for a whole step. So we have A flat to A as a half step and A to B flat as a half step. So a whole step is going to be from A flat to B flat. It's going to be our first whole tone. Now we're looking for a half step. We have from B flat to this note. Now, in the knowing that our key signature is relative to a G flat major scale, we know that this is not B. This is going to be essentially B flat to C flat. Okay, so we're going to use a red chip here to denote that this is a white chip, a white key that's being flatted from C to C flat, like this. So here we have the first part of our Dorian pattern, a whole step and a half step to C flat. Now we're looking for a whole step. We have this from C flat to C is a half step, and from C to D flat is a half step. So essentially we have a whole step here, C flat to D flat. We need another whole step. We have this, D flat to D is a half step, and D to E flat is a half step. So D flat to E flat is a whole step. And again, yet another whole step from E flat. We have E flat to E natural is a half step, and E to F is a half step. So E flat to F is a whole step. Now we need a half step from F to G flat is a half step. And to finish up the octave for Dorian mode, we finish off with a whole step. So from G flat to A flat is our last whole step. So here we have the notes of our A flat Dorian mode. It has A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, G flat, and A flat. Coming down is going to be A flat, G flat, F, D flat, E flat, D flat, C flat, B flat, A flat. Now given that we have our 6 flats here on our A flat Dorian scale, it's easy enough to see that this is the second mode if this is a G flat of G flat major. So if we move our G flat down, we simply have a G flat major scale. G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, and G flat. And this would be whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And when we shift our G flat to this position here, our Dorian position, this gives us our whole, half, whole, 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 half, whole position. So that's kind of the reason that we think of it as a different pattern. Again, you're also looking at an A flat or the major scale. If A flat were a major, theoretically, an A flat major scale with a flatted third and a flatted 7. So the A flat major scale has 4 flats. B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat normally. As you can see, they're still there. But we have exceeded that number of flats by flatting the 3rd degree, or the C to C flat, and the 7th degree from G natural to G flat. And that's what we do for all of our Dorian scales, is you can simply take the parallel major scale of whatever Dorian key you're looking at and flat the 3rd and flat the 7th. And that's what we've done here to reach A flat Dorian. Given that, we can form triads based on each degree of this scale by using alternating scale tones. We simply have A flat, we skip the B flat, have C flat, skip the D flat, and then have E flat. The first position chord is going to be a minor chord, or a 3/4, starting on A flat. Our second degree is going to be B flat, D flat, and F. Again, it's minor as well. The C flat, E flat, and G flat is major, or flat 3 is a major chord. Our 4 chord, D flat, F, A flat is major. Our 5 chord, E flat, G flat, and B flat is minor. Our 6 chord is F, A flat, and C flat, which will be diminished. Our 3/3, and G flat, B flat, D flat is major. Again, it's the major on the 7th position. G flat, B flat, D flat. Okay, realizing that, we can then form 7th chords based on these positions. We're going to have, using this scale, we're going to have this note, this note, this note, and this note for our first chord. And I will put them above. It's going to be A flat, C flat, E flat, and G flat. This is essentially a minor 7 chord, a 3/4/3 spacing, starting on A flat. Given the Dorian mode, our 1 chord is minor, a minor 7. The B flat, D flat, F, and A flat. This also very much resembles the form of the first chord, and that this is also a minor 7, a 3/4/3 spacing starting on B flat. Our flat 3 chord is a C flat, E flat, G flat, and B flat. This is going to be a flat 3 or a major 7 chord, giving a 4/3/4 spacing starting on C flat. 4/3/4. It differs from these. These are 3/4/3, and the major 7 is a 4/3/4. Our 4 chord, D flat, F, A flat, C flat is going to be a dominant 7. So again, this is the dominant 7 from our relative major key of G flat on the 4th position in Dorian. So all of our chords were shifted, again, one to the left, position to the left. So the 4 chord is your dominant 7, a 4-3-3 spacing starting on D flat. Our 5 chord will be minor, E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat, and E flat minor 7. This resembles the first chord and the second chord, and that it's a 3-4-3 starting on E flat. Our 6th chord starting on the F is going to be A, F, A flat, C flat, and E flat. It's essentially a half diminished chord. F, A flat, C flat, E flat is going to be a 3-3-4 spacing starting on F. And our 7 chord is finally G flat, B flat, D flat, and F, or G flat major 7, 4-3-4 spacing starting on G flat. So we know now the chords of our A flat Dorian mode and their relative positions. We're going to have a minor 1 chord, minor 2, major 7, flat 3, major 7, a dominant 4 chord, a minor 5, a minor 7, flat 5, 6 chord, and a major 7 on the flat 7 chord. Okay. Looking at our 1 chord here, we're going to look at the inversions of our A flat minor 7. We have a 3-4-3 starting on A flat. When we look at the first inversion, we have a 4-3-2 starting on C flat, C flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, to a 3-2-3 position starting on E flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, C flat, to our 2-3-4 position for minor 7 chords starting on G flat, A flat, C flat, E flat. Coming down is E flat, C flat, A flat, G flat, C flat, A flat, G flat, E flat, A flat, G flat, E flat, C flat, and G flat, E flat, C flat, A flat for our 1 chord of A flat Dorian. Our 2nd chord, the B flat minor 7, is 3-4-3 starting on B flat. Again, our inversions will be the same formula as the 1 chord. And then we have a 4-3-2 starting on D flat, F, A flat, B flat. A 3-2-3 position starting on F, A flat, B flat, D flat, 3-4-3, and then a 2-3-4 starting on I'm sorry, that was wrong. What did I say? This would be F, A flat, B flat, D flat. Do the 2-3-4 starting on A flat, B flat, D flat, F. Coming down is F, D flat, B flat, A flat, D flat, B flat, A flat, F, B flat, A flat, F, D flat, and A flat, F, D flat, B flat. Our flat 3 chord is a major 7, starting on C flat. We have a 4-3-4 spacing. So our first inversion is going to be a 3-4-1 inversion, starting on E flat. E flat, G flat, B flat, C flat. To our 4-1-4 inversion, starting on G flat, B flat, C flat, and E flat. To our 1-4-3 position, starting on B flat, C flat, E flat, and G flat. Coming down is G flat, E flat, C flat, B flat, E flat, C flat, B flat, G flat, C flat, B flat, G flat, E flat, and B flat, G flat, E flat, C flat. Our 4 chord was dominant 7, a D flat, F, A flat, C flat, or a 4-3-3, giving that there is a minor third between A flat and C flat on top of the D flat major triad. So 4-3-3 position for dominant 7 chords. We're going to shift our D flat to the top. D flat dominant in first inversion, which is a 3-3-2 position. F, A flat, C flat, D flat. To our 3-2-4 position, A flat, C flat, D flat, F. To our 2-4-3, C flat, D flat, F, A flat. Coming down is A flat, F, D flat, C flat, F, D flat, C flat, A flat, D flat, C flat, A flat, F, and C flat, A flat, F, D flat. For a dominant 4 chord in Dorian. Our 5 chord is going to be a minor 7, which will resemble the form of our 1 and 2 chords, in that it's a 3-4-3 starting on E flat. E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat. Here we have a 4-3-2 position starting on G flat, B flat, D flat, E flat. To our 3-2-3 position starting on B flat, D flat, E flat, G flat. To our 2-3-4 position starting on D flat, E flat, G flat, and B flat. Coming down is B flat, G flat, E flat, D flat, G flat, E flat, D flat, B flat, E flat, D flat, B flat, G flat, and D flat, B flat, G flat, E flat, E flat minor 7. Our 6th chord is a minor 7 flat 5, or an F, in this case F minor 7 with a flat 5th. What this is gives us essentially a major third between a C flat and an E flat above an F minor or diminished triad, F, A flat, C flat. So 3-3-4 position. Again, if this were F E double flat, which is what it would have to be for this to be fully diminished, F, A flat, C double flat would give us all minor thirds between these intervals, but since there's a major third between the C flat and E flat are 4 half steps. It's a minor 7 with a flat fifth, the C flat. So 3, 3, 4, F, A flat, C flat, E flat. We're going to move our F up. We're going to have a 3, 4, 2 inversion. A flat, C flat, E flat, F. To our 4, 2, 3 position, half diminished chord, 4, 2, 3, starting on C flat, E flat, F, A flat. To our 2, 3, 3 inversion, starting on E flat, F, A flat, C flat. Coming down is C flat, A flat, F, E flat, A flat, F, E flat, C flat, F, E flat, C flat, A flat, and E flat, C flat, A flat, F. Finally, our 7th chord, our flat 7, is a major 7, a 4, 3, 4, starting on G flat. G flat, B flat, D flat, F. To our 3, 4, 1 position, starting on D flat. Starting on B flat. 3, 4, 1, starting on B flat, D flat, F, G flat. To a 4, 1, 4, starting on D flat, F, G flat, B flat. To a 1, 4, 3, starting on F, G flat, B flat, D flat. Coming down is D flat, B flat, G flat, F, B flat, G flat, F, D flat, G flat, F, D flat, B flat, and F, D flat, B flat, G flat. Again, these are the chords of A flat Dorian. We have an A flat minor 7, B flat minor 7, flat 3, C flat major 7, D flat dominant 7, E flat minor 7, F minor 7 flat 5, and then G flat major 7.